We started the building process with an idea of a floor plan that we liked, that we wanted to kind of work off of, that aligned with how our family works and what we were looking for in the layout of a house. And really just started from the drawing board with John and expressed, here's a plan that we're very interested in, but this isn't exactly what we want. And so if we could start here and just kind of create our own design, our own floor plan. One of the first exercises that we went through with John was taking us through our day. So waking up, what's the first thing that we do? And after that, you wake up, you brush your teeth, you walk into the kitchen, you make breakfast for you and your family, and walking through the process of the day so that we could get a good idea as to how we wanted the house to flow. And so as we went through that process and went through, different versions of the house, we learned things and limitations that we found as we were kind of walking through. It's like, well, this doesn't really work for this reason or that, and can we adapt here so that we could better, accommodate how the age of our children, or how we spend our time in the kitchen, or how we spend our time in our outdoor living area.
Any need we had for the home that we need for our family and our life, we were just able to really customize. And John was incredibly accommodating throughout the entire process and brought new creative ideas, or, would think on something and just say, hey, what about this? And that's how we ended up here in a completely custom and perfect home for our family and work life.
The process was always very collaborative and gave us an opportunity to provide feedback or tweak things or do things differently. And so over the course of probably 9 months to a year, we went through a number of rounds of additions of the home, and then scrapped it because we wanted to start over and try it again. And so it was a very positive experience working with them.
It's a great team, overall. Every person on the team is really helpful and awesome at what they do. And Crystal and Chuck and the rest of the team has been present and available for their specific function. Because we built in a new development, we found out through, we'd done a lot of planning and found out there was going to be a 10-foot easement on one side of the lot that nobody had been aware of. And John just quickly said, hey, here's an option, and kind of redrew the plan to, in the end, create. I'm really thankful for the easement and how we used the space more effectively. It actually gave us a pretty big prep kitchen, pantry, which I didn't think I was going to get at first.
I think one of the things that we learned was the lot that you select and the size of it, and whether there's an easement or not, or the width or the depth, really defines what you can do on the space. And that was really helpful to get an understanding, here's the footprint that we have. And so let's build and design our house around what the lot can hold.
We have 2 little kids, and we both work from home, so we spend a lot of time at home. And really for us, it was really important for there to be a strong inside outside. We live in the Northwest, and we wanted to spend plenty of time outside. We love to cook, and so we have we're really excited about our big kitchen, excited for our gym space. Really anything we need to do, we can do in our home. And we're just really excited also to have, our little boys, have a great big driveway out front to ride their bikes around in. Every piece of it was really built for either what we need to spend time together as a family, or what we need, as far as this being our home offices as well. Where
we put a lot of focus in was the indoor-outdoor living, like she had said. So that we could spend time outdoors. Even if the weather's not perfect, we can still be outside with our family and enjoy the fresh air, and just incorporate all the ability to cook outside and play outside and be outside, and integrate that with having the space inside right next door. All of these ideas and plans that have started out on a piece of paper, and countless hours of back and forth and decision making about finishes and appliances and colors and cabinets and every little detail of the house, which before you build a custom home, you don't really realize how many little things and little decisions there are. So being able to walk in and see it, all those decisions come to and be your home is pretty incredible.
I remember early on in the stages, John was saying, like, you know, he was describing how people feel when they walk into their home for the first time. And I remember at that time thinking, like, oh yeah, I'm maybe I'll be emotional like when I walk in. But then when we walked in, and you know, we've had a great design team supporting the build as well that John and his team have worked with. And like when we walk in and we saw it all come together, it was like, oh wow, like this is that feeling that John kind of described, you know, at the beginning of the process. It's surreal to see it all come together after seeing it, you know, in a two-dimensional version for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
I think we met with almost every builder in Clark County when we were looking for a builder. We reached out for information or sat down, and kind of the boxes they ticked in advance, you know, being really organized, you know, having great design, great products. Like those boxes have remained ticked for us as we've, you know, now wrapping up the process. I'd recommend them to anyone, not just my best friends.
It's been a great experience, both just working with them as you know, people that just learn, that listen and respond and throw curveballs all the time to say, oh, we didn't think about this, but now we want to do that. And the responsiveness was immediate. If that's what we wanted to do, that's what we were doing. And take you seriously as a client and say, here's how we can make your dream house come true. I would absolutely recommend them.